Krishna Mataji, pranams to you, and to you all three devotees. Hari Hari. Yeah, thank you for the Katha. And yes, heard the discussion too. Yes, thank you. First, Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. I offer all my respects to Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. I just have to remember all the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are eternally liberated. Everybody is just playing their role. The same Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, we will hear very soon how he feels. He is Vallabha. He becomes Acharya, Vallabha Acharya, and a great Acharya of the Sampradaya. So he has his place. Like Ramachandra Puri, he is in the place of a spiritual master to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he's a god brother of Ishwara Puri, disciple of Madhavendra Puri. But how his achar was, his dealings, and they were not the perfect, but it at least shows how not to be, what not to be done, how not to think. So every associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are just playing their role in these pastimes. I like that. So offering that respect to Śrī Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. So what is it that Śrī Vallabha Bhaṭṭa teaching us? Very striking, yes, clearly striking all the aspects of the pastime. How Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sensed the intention of Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. He came all the way from Kashi to Puri for what? To have darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah, is that the reason? No. All the way to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so he could prove that he is a great scholar. That he wanted to prove. If he comes to Puri and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepts and recognizes his scholarliness, then he would be recognized. That is why he came. That's the intention and purpose why he came. Though he was, all his words, all his talk was, "Oh Mahaprabhu, you are so great." Without being empowered, you're almost like Krishna. Otherwise, why would you? How can you spread the holy name? All these words are there. He was talking all that. Vallabha Bhaṭṭa was talking all that. Those are all talking. But what is it that is there in his heart? It's almost like Kutinati, duplicity. You have something inside in your heart and you say something opposite outside to get something different. Doesn't match. Your intention inside and what you say outside doesn't match. Say, if somebody else, when Haridāsa Ṭhākura is saying, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Haridāsa Ṭhākura and said, "Haridāsa, please speak the glories of the holy name." Then Haridāsa Ṭhākura, what did he say? "Prabhu, what are you asking? Huh? Who am I? You are Bhagavan. You are Bhagavan. You are asking me to speak about the glories of the holy name." That is the simplicity in the heart. What Haridāsa Ṭhākura had. His intention is the same, his mood is the same, his worship is the same, his words are the same, his service is the same, just same to same. How Haridāsa Ṭhākura was with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why he got blessed, Haridāsa Ṭhākura. That's why he shines like a brilliant sun. That's simplicity. The simplicity and taking the shelter, realization, realized knowledge, all of them, they go together. And Haridāsa Ṭhākura, he was never thinking of getting famous by being Nāmācārya. It was never a thought for him. So this is all a package deal of simplicity, taking shelter. They don't go after fame. So that is simplicity, Haridāsa Ṭhākura. Now how is this? Here, how Vallabha Bhaṭṭa is speaking. He is speaking only words outside. What is cooking inside? Duplicity. Two things are happening. Words are different. Intention is something else inside. That's the only a beginning. Why he came to Puri, it started like that. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could quickly see how can he promote it. How can he promote it? And why should he promote it? By promoting that, is it going to be in best interest of Vallabha Bhaṭṭa? Just because Vallabha Bhaṭṭa is saying, okay, I have written something, can you hear? And if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, okay, you hear, yeah, this is very good. How will that happen? First of all, what he is speaking is just coming from a puffed up place to prove himself. There is no realization. How can Mahaprabhu accept what he is saying, knowing where it is coming from? And it is not going to be in welfare of Vallabha Bhaṭṭa if Mahaprabhu does that. So he wouldn't do it. Yeah. So that got the same thing. The same thing was going on. Vallabha Bhaṭṭa tried to do the same thing, Mahaprabhu, from his side. He took his stand. Vallabha Bhaṭṭa was pushing, Mahaprabhu took his stand. He has to take his stand. So, like that, Vallabha Bhaṭṭa first tried. You see, when he came in, in order to prove himself, get recognized, yeah, you are great, but I'm also great. I want to tell something, you hear now. Is it like take turns thing here? Is that what Vallabha Bhaṭṭa understood about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? I take turn to glorify you, you take turn to glorify me. That's not what devotion is about. That's business. And there is this saying, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. Good. This is good. Let's continue. That's okay outside, Outside of devotion is okay. I don't know if it is okay because that is so conditional. I scratch your back, and if you don't scratch my back, I'm going to get upset because I scratch your back. Conditional. Same mentality. That's what Vallabha Bhaṭṭa was doing. Very common when we come into bhakti, because that's the kind of mentality that is carried before coming to bhakti. And there are good labels given on this mentality. Yeah, we are very close when we help each other. We are there for each other. Yeah. And this is good. We are good because we are there for each other. We are helping each other. If there is anything you need, I'm there. If I have anything, you are there. All that. And if there is some difference somewhere in that closeness, I've done 100% to you, but you did only 60% for me. I've asked you at that time, you didn't do that. You asked me, everything gets conditional. For that conditional dealings outside the bhakti, a good label is put in there, good friends, whatever label is put in there. Scratch your back, scratch my back, that kind of thing. That is condition. Scratching back is a conditional thing. if I think you are helping me enough, then I'll continue to be your good friend. I'll think good about you. If there is any discrepancy in that, no, my estimation about you, my opinion about you will change. Conditional, self-centered, conditional, and good labels on top of that. So with that mentality, outside bhakti, when we enter into bhakti, the problem is we think we are right. We think we are right because we have put such good labels on that. And then this conditional scratching back, okay, each other. Because we put such good labels, we think we are good people. Yeah, we think we are good by following that kind of conditional giving and taking. So if we see anything different that is going on in bhakti, in devotees like that, our situation is we haven't understood what bhakti means, first of all. That bhakti is to Bhagavan. It is such a vertical axis. That's number one. Second thing is, in the head, we think we are really good and we are really right. These two, combination of these two. Yeah. And the next point is, okay, in the beginning, we may not know the tattva, we may not understand. Bhakti is all about Bhagavan. If somebody is simple-hearted, again, in the head, if they are not thinking they are good, they are right, but are coming with an open head. Okay, I didn't know about bhakti. I am learning now. Bhakti is about Bhagavan. I have to see everybody as Bhagavans. And it is not about what I think. All my thinking is just polluted with this conditional thought. Oh, my condition is so pitiable. So my situation is not very good here. I came with a very corrupted software, and this is not the software needed in bhakti. So I will learn. I want to get rid of this software. This is corrupted. When somebody feels like that, recognizes, oof, this is a corrupted software. But I want to learn bhakti. I want to know what it is. Then it doesn't take too long for them. Very short period of time. All they have to know is tattva. So that tattva Brahma will go away. But the second thing that is sitting in the head, that is the problem. Yeah, for somebody who is coming with an open head, but not knowing bhakti, and then when they hear about bhakti Bhagavan, because there is nothing in the head, open head, whatever they are hearing, it just goes into the heart. Wonderful, good. That is simplicity. Done. Ignorant before, but now the tattva got into the heart. Now it's good. Now they're filled with Krishna. Simple. The difficulty, the problem, the misery is when in the head, when one thinks, I am right, I am good, I am right and good. But yeah, so like that in the beginning. You know how the thinking in the beginning can be like this if we are coming with this mentality, with this conditional mentality. Conditional mentality with good labels. When we come into bhakti with that mentality, then we may be hearing about bhakti. Actually, we may be hearing about tattva also. But it doesn't get into the heart. Because in the head, I am right, I am good. That is so big in the head. And it makes one so blinded that they don't even see bhakti is not about I am good, I am right. Bhakti is actually about Bhagavan. That fundamental point that doesn't get through. That's why even when the tattva is heard, the Bhagavad tattva doesn't get into the heart. And with the same mentality, when this thing is sitting in the head and chanting the japa, how will the holy name, how can one be with the holy name? Where is the tattva? Bhagavan is sitting there in the holy name, but such a big block in the head. Full self-centered block. I am right. I am good. I have to prove. I'm hearing all this thing outside. But in the head there is an agenda. So the nama doesn't get into the heart. And it's the same thinking and perspective that goes on to the devotees also. On the Bhagavan or on the devotees or on the bhakti. It is all the same thing, whatever is in the head. That I am good, I am right, I have to prove. So what happens, however, we may hear from outside. And even if we are with the devotees, we only find fault. Because we are right. Like that. So then what happens is, whatever we hear, whenever we hear, we may say something outside for formality's sake, but in the head, I know I heard this, but isn't it this way? This is actually better. What I heard is just now. I don't know about it. So two voices, outside voice of saying something, inside in the head there is something else. So there is a split. There's a split personality here. Something outside, something inside, because of what's going on in the head. Then there will be struggle in the bhakti. There will be struggle. There will be disconnection. There will be confusion. Actually, confusion is not there. The struggle will be there. Struggle and misery, that will be big. Because of this. Because bhakti is something else. As Chaitanya Mahāprabhu, he was trying to show Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, bhakti is about not the knowledge that you are trying to push through. You are trying to prove. And bhakti is not about wanting to be recognized as you're trying to do. You look at the other devotees, and then he names each one of them. And he tells, this is where I get this from. Bhagavan doesn't have to say that he's getting that all that from the jiva. But Bhagavan, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so gentle. He's trying to show Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. So that was the one thing. So this thing continued. It didn't work out first time. So if only Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, if only he really want to go, if only his intention is to do bhakti, then by this time he would understand, oh yeah, all of them are so effulgent. It was clear in front of him. They were effulgent, clear. But he's not ready in his head yet. He's fixed in his head to prove himself. That was his obstacle. So though it was clear outside, he still continued to push himself. So at that time, if his desire was If his desire was not to prove himself, then he would have gotten so much in the very beginning when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was showing the other devotees and when he's seeing how effulgent the other devotees are. If only Venkata Bhatta, Vallabha Bhatta, Vallabha Bhatta's desire is to actually become pure. His desire was not to become pure. His desire is to push through and prove. Not to get pure, but to prove. But if his desire was to get pure, oh, that was a great opportunity. First time itself. That to what? Supreme Personality of Godhead, Chaitanya Bhagavan is there and the associates are there. He would have become a pure devotee within a short period of time and he would have become effulgent. Venkata Bhatta wants to become effulgent like that. He wants that effulgence. But he's thinking, by proving myself, I'll become effulgent like that. It's not by proving oneself one becomes effulgent. It's by becoming pure inside, full of Krishna. Then one becomes effulgent. So I think that explains, that was the first thing. And then second thing, look, because of what is going on in his head, that he wants to prove himself, his opinion quickly changed. What he said about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that you are so and so, you great, is not that anymore. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not the same anymore. Now the label is different here. The label was, oh, great, before, expecting that he would recognize Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. All the good labels were put on, expecting that he would hear from him. But when that is not happening, then the label is changed. So the change in the labels. Same conditions, So change in the labels and the head is allowed there. And the next thing is, because it's not happening with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's unable to prove who he is with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He still wants to be famous in Puri. And that's not happening through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he goes to Gadadhar Pandit. All the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they would not give much of importance to what Vallabha Bhaṭṭa has to say, because obviously it's just coming from a different place, puffed up place. So he went to Gadadhar Pandita. Gadadhar Pandita is very soft natured. And Gadadhar Pandita is thinking, oh, what do I do now? He came here. Gadadhar Pandita knows what Vallabha Bhaṭṭa is about, that he is pushing through, and that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not accepting. This is not bhakti. Everything Gadadhar Pandit knows. But still, that's why he had to offer prayer to Bhagavan. And he's such a dear associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Gadadhar Pandit Prabhu, he had this confidence that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would understand why he did not say no to Vallabha Bhaṭṭa to hear explanations from him. It was painful for Gadadhar Pandita to hear from Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, to hear what he has to say, because Gadadhar Pandita is pure-hearted. So he knows what he's hearing, where it is coming from. But he was doing just so Vallabha Bhaṭṭa is not hurt. Just so he doesn't feel a little insulted. He doesn't feel insulted. He's just very soft-cornered. That's the only reason why he's doing. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knows this. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu cannot do this to Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. He cannot be soft-hearted to Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. If he does that, that's not going to be good for Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. It's just promoting his pride if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does that. As Bhagavan, he has to purify Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. So he did what he did, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But here Gadadhar Pandita, because of the place he is in, that a very dear associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, soft-natured, he said, oh, okay, reluctantly, okay. And then he would think he would offer prayers inside. While he was hearing what Vallabha Bhaṭṭa has to say, he would offer prayers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So sorry, I'm doing this. I don't like this. But what to do? Like that. So here, what Vallabha Bhaṭṭa is doing is, if things are not working out in one place to push through, then the label gets changed. And then there is upset, angry, and then go to a different place to prove. He went to the associates also, Advaitacharya, other devotees too. And what he was saying there, how is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu right that he is asking you all to say Hare Krishna, directly call out to Krishna? Well, Krishna is God. You cannot disrespect God by calling Krishna. What is he talking, Vallabha Bhaṭṭa? He's thinking he's great. He's thinking he's right. Yeah, God is great. Okay, your scholarly understanding is God is great. And your scholarly traditional understanding is God cannot be just called in a casual way. And that is equal to disrespect for you. That is your understanding. And this, and Vallabha Bhaṭṭa is thinking this is the understanding. It is how it should be. And anything else other than this, if anybody is saying anything other than this, then that is wrong. They do not know. So I am right. My understanding is right. It's all in the head. So I have to prove that my understanding is right. So he was doing that to Advaitacharya and other devotees there, and the devotees said that, okay, if you want to debate, express, you directly go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He will tell you why he has instructed to do so. That's what Advaitacharya said. So he was, Vallabha Bhaṭṭa was trying to prove his point here in such an audacious way. If only his intention was to again get purified, then the same thing would have come out in a different way, the question. He would actually directly ask Mahaprabhu. Like that's what Rupa Goswami did, Sanatana Goswami did, everybody did. When they had questions, they would clasp, a blade of grass in between the teeth, and then, so what it means, I'm humbly placing this question, please. I did not understand. Bhagavan is to be respected, right? So how can we just call Bhagavan by name? So this is my question. Would you please clarify? And then Mahaprabhu would give the answer. So question and answer is not a problem. Answers will come. These devotees are magnanimous. They are ready to clear our doubts. But our head is the problem here. The audacity, the conditional nature, the labels that we put in. All this is because the desire is to prove here, not to get purified. And misconception that one would become effulgent by proving. No, one gets effulgent from purifying, by being pure. So, yeah, I like this. This is going on. I I could say what happens next, but we will leave it like that. We'll wait until the next day. Today is what, Friday, right? So we have to wait over the weekend also to get to there. Yeah. So this is what is happening with Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. That's all. So what we heard so far is Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, what was his intention? Number one, to prove. And that's why he was taking all that effort. All the effort here is to prove oneself. All in the name of devotion again. This is all happening where? In a devotee circle. In a devotee circle. Not outside. Politicians or other outside bhakti is understood. But this is all the mentality is, yeah. So to prove. So the intention is to prove and to get recognition. And push through to prove that point. And misconception that the effulgence comes by proving the point. And unable to see the reality that actually the effulgence comes through purification, not by proving. Unable to see that, so blinded. Blinded, frustrated attempts, efforts like that. And then in the process, changing the labels. What one was before is not that anymore. When it doesn't work out, come through. And then if it doesn't work in one place, then try in the other place. That's what he was doing. Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, like that. But he's still he's frustrated, upset. This is Vallabha Bhaṭṭa's condition. And Chaitanya Mahāprabhu, he stood to this point, he has to. In it only, there is auspiciousness to Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. So, and the other point is, if Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, if only his desire was to get purified, it would have happened in the very first instance. But still, his head was loud to prove. So in this way, though it is all going on in the devotion, the mercy is still there. Is that ordinary mercy that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all of them associates? And yeah, it's actually seeing the brilliance of the associates. So it's like in the ocean of mercy. But still, the bucket is upside down in the head of Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. I like that. So like that. That is all about Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, yeah, he has to be what he had to do what he did for the welfare of Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. That's all. So far, we have to see, my goodness, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, such patience, such tolerance. Actually, for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he got to know the intention of Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, that he had come here to prove, and he's pushing through, how much tolerance Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is exhibiting. He is tolerant, very tolerant, and he's continuing to be merciful to Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. His mercy is genuine mercy, real mercy. This is the kind of mercy that transforms Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. He's not just saying, oh, this is wonderful, you go ahead, Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. No. He's giving real mercy to Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. It takes a lot to give that kind of mercy. He had to really tolerate and tolerate and tolerate. So many times tolerate is patience. tolerate and patient and tolerate and patient and continue to be merciful. This is what Bhagavan is doing, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah, but these great souls, these pure souls, they are on a different platform. They're just very compassionate to the souls. And that in compassion is all this patience, tolerance, mercy is a package deal. It's all there in the compassion. Compassion means you get hurt by others. You know others are hurting you. You get hurt. You feel the hurt. But you chose not to take the hurt. You chose, you feel the hurt, but you chose not to hurt back, but only to give good. That's compassion. It means you get hurt, but you give good. Is compassion. Kindness is you give good. Is kindness. Beyond kindness is compassion. Like Markaya Premdiya Nityanandaram. He got hurt, but he wanted to give good. He wanted to give Krishna. That's compassion. So these great souls are compassionate. Pure souls. By nature, they are compassionate. So they have these qualities. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has these qualities. That's all. That's all, Mataji. That's all, the devotees. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And Vrindani Mataji, I don't know if there was anything specific that you were asking, but I guess everything is okay.
Yes, Mataji, it got answered yesterday and today also. Thank you. I couldn't speak up yesterday.
Yeah.
I really appreciated both this early morning Katha and the flow that happened just now in Chaitanya Amrita, Mataji. How that doership in all kinds of subtle ways, it's there, and trying to prove ourselves. I really appreciated the early morning Katha today, Mataji. Every day, every morning is bringing our consciousness up to the level where Niraparada Nama can happen.
Yeah.
And today I felt like a bounty of mercy, Mataji, from, although I kept hearing, maybe today little bit more it penetrated of, how this is a blessing from Guru, Japa is not something to get done or achieve or, all those, like the jiddu is there, Mataji. That's the right word. Somewhere it's not like solid particles, but it's worse than that, it's like that oily, one layer that stays.
Miserable stickiness.
Yes, that doesn't go like that, and it's not visible, no, like a big solid chunk like that you say, oh, I know that is the dirt there. But it's so like, I was like, oh my God, what is this? So thank you for that, Mataji. And now also this flow, it felt, very connected in that sense. It's such a common thing, like, when in different ways we're trying to prove ourselves. I was thinking either that I'm very good, or also, Mataji, I was thinking the other thing of I am not good or I am bad. That victim mentality is also the opposite side of the same coin of trying to prove, where it is again about myself and not about Krishna. And we are caught in one of these things, either I am good or
the
I'm
depression
bad.
comes when the proving cannot happen. When the proving can happen, it's the anger and proud that comes out. When the proving cannot happen, sadness and depression comes out. And we put wonderful labels on those depression also and on that also. That's the misery of proving my. Yeah.
Beautiful, Mataji. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Yes, Mataji. It's 8 o'clock. If nothing from anybody, we can go for this shloka.
Hare Krishna.
Hari.
Thank you for opening another door of the bhakti world. That's how I see it in the Katha. And very, very important 2 points that bhakti is about the vertical relationship. And we, from the outside world, when we come where we are used to of horizontal relationship, and
Right.
continue that in bhakti, that we end up in misery and problems. So, whereas bhakti is about vertical relationship, a strong relation with Guru and Krishna.
Right.
The second point was that
the thing is, Mataji, on the same note, nicely said. See, with this, the horizon, either misery, or we may get stuck in the horizontal relationship. When everything goes good, oh, this is good, you are good, I am good, and the praise is coming from the horizontal side. So this is good. So either misery or getting stuck in a false sense of security and advancement. That also can happen with the horizontal relationship. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Mataji. It was very, very important. The other thing is that we want to shine in bhakti, but in bhakti, the shine is through purity.
Yeah.
And that purity comes with strong connection with Krishna, not by proving anything else here. This is the world of
the
bhakti.
Purity comes with the desire to serve selflessly.
Okay.
That's what strong connection means. Strong connection with Guru and Krishna is, that connection is not to get something out of them. The connection for me is not to get something out of Guru and Krishna. And that connection is, I will see that connection as solace giving when my desire is to actually serve them. Otherwise, I will not even feel the solace coming from that relationship. So the effulgence comes with the desire to serve selflessly. Yeah, a strength comes from what we hear from Guru Acharya, but the desire, when there is desire to serve selflessly, that's when the effulgence comes. Yeah, that is pranipatya.
Thank you, Mataji, for clearly distinct, showing us that the world of bhakti is different than the world which we are used to, and it is beautiful and full of bliss and happiness. Thank you.
Thank
you, Krishna. Anyone else has any point? If not, then we'll go for the shloka.